Hi everyone, this is Sarah with Divine Love Healing. How are you? I feel like it's been forever since I did a video. I'm trying to remember if it was back like around Halloween. I don't even know. Like time is such a blur. The energies have been so crazy, so intense. I am pretty sure the full moon that we had, because I know that was around my birthday. I don't think I did a video for that one. I think I just did a pick a card post. So I wanted to come back on here because we're already at another moon cycle already, which is hard to believe. But we have a new moon solar eclipse happening on Monday the 14th. No, we will not be able to see that here, but it is going to be a total solar eclipse. I think that in parts of South America and regions like that are going to get to see that magical event happen. But I wanted to come on here and do a Soul Connections pick a card. This can be, if you identify yourself as a twin flame, you're on the sacred partner path, soulmate, karmic partner, whatever it is. Most likely you are not in a relationship with this person. That's usually the energy that comes through, is there's some sort of a separation. You may be in communication with them sporadically even, but you're not physically together. So you kind of want to know what's going on. You might be feeling their energy, having dreams, things of those nature. So we have 3 piles here. You can pick one, whatever resonates, take it and toss the rest. You can pick messages from all 3 if you'd like. I will timestamp it. And what I am using here, actually, let me back up for a minute. I didn't do a lot of research on this incoming, solar eclipse new moon, but from what I'm getting from it is, that's why I think I don't usually wear gold, and I've been more drawn to pink lately, but red, I'm just feeling, it's in Sagittarius. It is just a really, I think, strong energy ushering in for new beginnings, for fresh starts, for a confidence and a knowing and a certainty of where we're going on our path. And I think even if you're watching this video to find out what's going on in your connection, I feel like there's just this confidence. It's kind of almost like a confirmation. It's like you're starting to trust your intuition more. You're starting to just know things. You're starting to manifest things. And Saturn, I think there's a transit that's happening. Well, I'm going to do a separate video on that, I think, on the grand conjunction and all of those things, because it's such a historical event that is coming. But the way things, it's shifting. I have been hearing it's a time that it really starts bringing in gifts. It's like the karmic debts have been settled the last 3 years. These things that we've been working through, that we've been working on ourselves, we've been working on all of this, closing out these cycles, patterns. The shifts have just been unprecedented. I know just on my own journey, just these last couple of months, it's just unbelievable. So for that reason, I feel like this is just I'm getting like, solar plexus energy. Maybe it's because of the solar, that sun, that vibrant, like there's just a confidence. There's a knowing who you are and why you're here, and knowing that there's a lot of power happening and things are starting to happen in your favor, or just believing that. So that's what I'm feeling. I hope you guys are too. So again, we've got 3 piles here. I will go through the cards that we're going to use. But first off, I wanted to show you, and there's a picture, there should have been a picture you could have seen, hopefully, on the cover of this. But these are Love and Hope keystones that I am actually now selling. They are infused with Reiki is not a strong enough word to describe how they were made. They were used, there's a quantum alchemy that goes into this. There's like gold and I think silver, and you can see like I've got flecks like coming off of me. It's, there's angelic energy in here. They're just extremely powerful. They're good for manifesting. It just feels really good holding it. And obviously if you guys buy these, I will clear it before I send it to you. There are also gemstones associated with it. There's angelic writing and planetary glyphs and messages. Love and Hope is on some of these, for example, as you will see. You can write out your intentions. It's a great time with this new moon, and set this on top of it. Each set comes with little golden nuggets. I don't think I've got, yeah, you guys can see them in here. There's some golden nuggets that come that you can make like a grid with it. You can give the nuggets away. to help spread that beautiful energy, right? So the first one, if you want to pick pile one, it almost looks like a topaz or a citrine. There's some symbols on it, and then it says love. So that is number one. Number two is this guy. This has got a really cool symbol on it. It is hope, and there's purple on the back of that. That's number two. Pile three is also a love stone. It's got almost like a star on the side with a citrine. There's like a moonstone, a rainbow moonstone in there. And then the back has an arrow that also has the citrine in it. Which is, interesting that I have so many of these that came with this, because we are in Sagittarius season, which this is the birthstone for November, which is Sagittarius for the most part, Sagittarius energy. So very cool. And these actually, I was selling these for $33, which included U.S. shipping, and those are on sale now for $30, which is with the shipping included. So tax will be added where applicable if you're local. So without that, I guess, before we get started, I'm going to move these out of the way here. And I'm going to go through the decks that we're using. And we're just, as you guys know, I kind of just roll with it and see what happens with these messages when they come out. But I'm using the Chakra Wisdom Tarot as the tarot deck. There's 8 cards, but a couple of them had ones that had jumpers that were a couple, so the energy was really strong when I was pulling these. So some of them, there'll be a double of a certain card. So we've got the Chakra Wisdom Tarot, Arrows of Love, Oracle by Mystic Moon, Twin Flame Journey Messages Volume 2 by Mystic Moon, Triggers and Shadows Oracle Deck, which is by me. This is the first video I've used my deck in. This is like surreal. I was kind of looking at this like, wait, oh, that's my deck. So yeah, we'll see what's going on there. We've got the Butterfly Oracle by Doreen Virtue. Messages of Love Oracle cards by All Things Intuitive. We've got the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and the Moonology cards. So what my intention is with this is to pull out kind of just what the energy is in your connection, some messages from your person, what's going on with your person, right? If they're in, chances are you're marrying each other if it's a soul connection. So the triggers and shadows is going to kind of, it may amplify, I should say, clarify the message that they provide. It may provide some guidance into what is being triggered in, with the connection and what you need to work on healing. So it's just going to depend on each one, and they may be different. We're also going to look at what changes may be coming in or need to come in this connection. And then the last cards will be the advice from Spirit. But again, a lot of this, the advice from Spirit will be tied to the moon, and then the messages of love. But a lot of it, could all meld together. It can end up being your person's higher self. We'll just see. All right, so we are going to start with number 1 now, which again was this guy. And that information on where to purchase my deck is down below as well. All right, so let's see what's going on with number 1. Ooh. Wow. All right, this is really beautiful. So I was just talking about this solar new moon eclipse being a very strong energy for a new beginning, for a fresh start. And the tarot card that we got was the Fool. So, I mean, you can't make this up, right? This is associated with it looks like the root chakra because it's red. There's a lot of fiery energy. There's a lot of passion. This person, I feel like, has a lot of passion for you. And I feel like they're really restraining right now. They're holding back, and maybe you haven't heard from them, or they haven't ever told you how they feel. Yeah, that's coming out for sure. But this is definitely on their mind, and I feel like they're working on themselves, and they're working on getting the courage to come forward with something that is substantial and legit. I want to say something that's solid, because in the past, I feel like you guys went round and round, back and forth, like a merry-go-round. It's like hot and cold. It's like this cycle that just kept, perpetuating and wasn't going anywhere. And I feel like maybe too, like this time around, they don't want this to happen again. They don't want it to be this. They want to get off the merry-go-round of coming in, all hot and heavy, and then getting scared and pulling away. So I feel like this may be the longest time that you maybe have been in separation from this person, and that's why. It's because they are working up the courage and working on themselves right now during this time. Their message to you: I wish I had told you how much you really meant to me. So that, again, that's where I was getting that feeling that this person has not opened up about the depth of their feelings, or maybe perhaps they were just kept running from the feelings, or they weren't facing their feelings or letting the feelings really come in. And now during this separation, that has something that's really started kind of manifesting for them, is how much they do feel for you. But their heart is still guarded right now. It's, right here, we've got that picture. It's under lock and key, but the infinity symbol is there, and it's golden, right? So they've been guarded, and that's the reason that they did not tell you how they felt. I'm getting the fact, though, that they are working on themselves. There is some green, showing up as the reflection here, that they are working on opening that heart chakra up so that they can come forward. The message from Spirit here is intuition. You already know the answer you seek. You already know. So if you feel like this person is your twin flame, if you feel like this person, if you have been getting the sense that, yeah, they're working on themselves, I'm working on myself, this is progressing, even though, behind the scenes, even though I can't see what is happening, in real time yet, your intuition is correct. Whatever it is you're sensing about what's going on here, trust that, keep the faith, and know that, you are on the right path here. I am not seeing anything negative in this connection. Again, people have free will. We could pull the cards tomorrow. You could be drawn to the same, a pile or whatever, and then it's like, oh, you get some other crazy stuff. So again, it's the energy fluxes. But in general, what I'm seeing is, this is something in the past that never took off because the person was guarded. They wouldn't admit how they felt. They're wanting to start over, but they're not going to come back in until they can get off the merry-go-round and overcome their fears and open their heart and completely give themselves to you. And this has been, what I'm getting to is both of you have grown so much spiritually from this connection. We got spiritual growth. So this was one where the butterfly card both wanted to come out. Beautiful. Keep the faith, spiritual growth. This is confirmation that they're growing too. They're working on themselves just like you are. Even if you may not see that, you may not know that, they may not have told you that, that's confirmation. So we also have the yin card, and we have adjustments are required. So I'm getting here that this is still just some alchemy that's needing to happen. This is balancing the yin and the yang. This is a two, getting into that, moving out of that duality, recognizing that this person is within you, their energy, you're not separate, and I think adjusting that mentality and, to stop focusing on missing them so much and focusing on your own spiritual growth, keeping the faith, feeling that this is coming, right? And so some of you, I just feel like, again, I was kind of in this, I know we're in December, but I put like my holiday nails on and I've got the red, and I feel like we got the red here, that some of you, very well before the end of the year, may have some sort of significant progress that happens in your connection. I think in the physical, right? But at a minimum, I feel like just you have to know and trust that you're on the right path. Keep your faith, follow your intuition, and keep working on balancing your own energy. And things are, manifesting for you. I see this connection definitely has potential to grow into something else in the future. But again, I would like to assure you, don't put your life on hold, waiting around for this person. Keep working on you, and the more you balance and get into your own energies and your own happiness, right? Something else is going to come in for you, for sure. There is a new beginning coming, an absolutely new beginning coming. So this is a beautiful number one. Beautiful. I love it when when the pick a cards turn out positive, because I always feel bad when some of them are a little bit more difficult. All right, number two. Number two was the hope, the purple hope stone. It's so pretty. Set that right there. Put these in the row. This is the one that had 2 tarot cards coming out. Of course, I'm getting caught on my own thing here. Oh my goodness. It's a good oh my goodness. Let's see what other cards all right, this is gonna just have to stop right now. There's too much energy, guys. Oh wow. Okay. So I'm getting a lot of different messages for this one. I feel like this, well, whatever this is, and again, this could be a twin flame situation. You have the Star and the Ace of Cups. I mean, this is something that this connection activated you. I mean, we've got erotic activation. You may have had, when you had a physical encounter with this person, it may have launched, started your spiritual journey. It may be, brought you to, your own heart center, the cosmos, just like I'm getting just very much something that awakened you. And now, though, things have happened that maybe it seems like this is out of reach. I'm getting that possibly maybe they're with someone else. Maybe they were with someone else when the activation happened. Maybe there was some sort of an affair, or they were separated, and then there's something I feel like that's holding them back, and they haven't quite taken a leap of faith to leave the situation they're in. Because see, I mean, you've got this here where it's like, oh my God, this is in my reach. I felt this. It was magical. You were activated, but their message to you is, I care too much about what others think right now. And you've got the Control card. I mean, you can see like he is holding her in his grasp, possessive, smothering, demanding. So it's like I feel like this person is, and it doesn't have to be a third party person. I mean, it could be a career. It could be some sort of situation where he isn't willing to give up everything he has for this connection. Okay. It doesn't mean they don't feel it. But right now it's just not the right time. So, messages from spirit that are coming in. Leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering. Now, this could be that confirmation that spirit is working on that person to try to get them to, follow their heart. Follow their heart. Because, I'm getting that they are feeling this too. I know there's just one person here, but it's like, I feel like both of you had some sort of cosmic heart activation, and I feel like that is getting stronger for them. They have felt it. If you're wanting confirmation, the erotic activation, there's two people here. They both felt it. But for whatever reason, something's holding them back. It's like they can't get out of this like situation they're in right now. So they're being encouraged to take a leap of faith. I also feel like for some of you, you may be encouraged to take a leap of faith for a new career, for to do something new, and that maybe you should be focusing your time, attention, and energy on that new opportunity. Because what that's going to do is, if you pull your focus off of them, it's just this alchemical process where you pull back your energy and not close yourself off, but pull yourself back and put your passion and find joy in other things. Take a leap of faith and try something new. And you just never know too, with this new career opportunity, that you might meet someone else who is ready, right? So that's a possibility. It also could be a possibility that if for whatever reason this person's issue has to do with their career, perhaps they will have a new opportunity come their way that can help shift that dynamic, and that might be what this solar eclipse energy is bringing in, this new moon. We also got time for a nap. So this to me is, could be for some of you a message about self-care. This card has a lot of gold in it. And there's also a fox. So I don't know fox, as a totem or something that you've been seeing quite a bit, but something to look at. Consider for a few of you. Time for a nap could also mean just, pulling back from this connection and taking care of you, focusing on you, focusing on your own energy, your own solitude, finding balance. Yeah, because that adds up to a 6. And so that's, these last few messages were the messages from spirit, that the self-care, the time for a nap, taking the leap of faith, and the new career. The last message from spirit is nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. So I think, what this is saying is, just because this person is with someone else or in a situation that right now they care too much about what others think, or they're not willing to make this change, don't get discouraged, and just know that they do feel it too. They just feel like right now maybe it's a fantasy, maybe it's like there's too much weighing them down that they can't escape from at this moment. But spirit is saying nothing is yet set in stone. Again, that being said, I don't ever want to recommend to anyone to sit around and wait, just because this person feels the same way, just because they want these things. They may never, they have free will, they may never make that change. Again, nothing's yet set in stone, but that also means there are other things that this could be leading you to. So it's important, what I'm getting is to know that, now that you've experienced this, that this exists, right? You feel like it's out of your grasp, but, work on doing the things that bring you joy. And the more you do that and you focus less on what you don't have, like you miss that person, you don't have that person, you want them to be with you. The more you focus on creating your own cup of love, of joy that you can bring down and grab yourself and bring to your life, right? You can do the self-care. You can make a career change that makes you happy. You can connect to your own heart, the divine. Create that just love and oneness within yourself. It is definitely possible that either shifts them to make a change because they feel your vibration raise, or you're going to meet someone else. Something else is going to come in for you. So I hope that gives you some confirmation. I feel like some of you who chose to maybe needed to know, like, you're not crazy. This is legitimate. They felt it too, even if they're not taking steps to be with you. But again, I want to encourage you not to just sit around and wait for someone, because I feel like with some of you, maybe this has been going on for quite a while. It may have been years. So I would just really, I'm just getting, focus, like find your own cup of love, your own happiness. There's opportunities out here for you to, take a leap of faith, maybe move away, get a new career, anything like that. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Group 2. All right. We are going to move on to group 3 now. Group 3, you guys chose, this is the he's a little chunky one. He's the love. He's got the, really like a rainbow moonstone, the arrow. I love the arrow because it's kind of like Sag energy, right? Okay. Getting these in a certain order just because I've got certain intentions for what each one represents. Wow. These are some really powerful some powerful cards, some powerful connections, all 3 of them. Some of them in the past I've said, oh, they're just like toxic or whatever. I'm not getting that with any of these. There's definitely deep love in a lot of this. Okay. So this, just like with number 2, this person may also be in a third-party situation or have a third-party situation. I'm not getting that as much as number 2, though. What I'm getting kind of, you may want to watch, if you chose 3, you may want to watch number 1 too. Number 1 as well, not 1 and 2. I think this is a person that, perhaps has not spoken their truth to you about how deeply they feel. I feel they are longing for you, and I feel that's a mirroring. But that longing energy can actually repel and push someone away if you're in that. Longing is like more a kind of a codependent, lower vibrational energy. But so we've got the Knight of Wands as the tarot, and it's blue, so it's associated with the throat chakra. So that's why I was thinking, this person maybe has not spoken their truth yet. Okay, Knight of Wands is very playboy energy. It's kind of flaky. They're, just drive by, kind of quick. They don't maybe spend a lot of time with you. They just want to hook up, hot and cold. You're on, then you're off. Just not non-committal energy is what Knight of Wands represents. It's a very passionate energy. And I feel like, though, what's interesting to me is that in this deck, this is associated with the throat chakra, because I would have thought it was like sacral chakra, honestly. If you would have had me take a quiz and say, which one is the Knight of Wands? And then I would have said sexual. That's why I think this is interesting, because I think this person, is not coming charging back in until they're ready to speak their truth. Again, you might want to watch number 1. They don't want to go in this round around thing anymore. They're trying to do the honorable thing. Which is to come forward and stay. This love, I feel like, has transformed. It's transformed them, and it's transformed you. We have transformative love. So this also could be one that, where there's been a lot of spiritual growth. There's been something that's just profound and deep, and I'm getting like shaken to the core. Shaken to the core, and that's where the longing comes from. I feel like neither one of you has ever, both of you have never felt anything like this deep and this strong before. And that would be because it's a past life love. Hello. You can't make this up, guys. Your soul remembers this intense connection. Okay. So again, that's maybe why it shook you to the core. So what I'm getting, the message from Spirit with this one is we've got volunteer and the tribe. Okay. So I think, what they're saying is you've got to pull back from this longing energy and do things, where you can give that intense, passionate energy you're feeling. You can give it to others. You can spend time with others. You can help, get involved in a project. Now I know we're in the midst of a pandemic. That's not always the easiest thing to do, but maybe go in, if you need to clear out some things, right? This would be a good time in the winter to kind of just go through all your clothes, go through anything that you don't need, especially after Christmas, if you end up getting a lot of gifts, or you just receiving a lot of things, just go in and, even if you just take stuff to your Goodwill, your local Goodwill, and drop it off, that is a good feeling, right? I'm sure there's a lot of, if you get on Facebook or Instagram, but Facebook more likely, there's probably going to be different groups that are holding, Zoom sessions and calls and kicking off the new year. There could be exercise programs. There could be just maybe mentoring kids. Like I'm getting that for some of you. Maybe you can do some sort of like a Big Brothers, Big Sisters thing online while people are cooped up, in the winter with not a lot to do, not a lot of places to go. To take that love that you have, that deep feeling, and give it to someone else in a not expecting something in return. It's going to help you pull back from that sadness, that need, and you're going to be bringing yourself joy. You're going to be connecting with other people. You never know who you might meet, right? But I feel like whatever happened, there's something here that's you're holding on to, that's maybe some negative energy. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is also associated with death, as far as the death in the tarot decks, right? Transformation, release, closing out a cycle. So I feel like whatever happened with this person, you may be holding on to some negative emotion. And again, longing is kind of a negative emotion, because it just leaves you in that ache, that missing them, that it's you're not in that joy, you're not in that flow, that just happy energy. So I feel like that's what they're saying, is you need to release this longing. You need to focus on, yes, this is a past life love, but perhaps with this one, again, if and I did mention a third party at the beginning. If this person says, I'm trying to do the honorable thing because they are in a third party situation, that's even more impetus to, recognize this as a karmic lesson, as a past life karma, connection that you needed to let go of. But even if, this person, maybe they're working up the courage to speak their truth, they have transformed, they're trying to do the honorable thing, which is not come back until they're ready. When are they going to be ready? Who knows? And you don't want to be sitting here longing for them and watching your life pass you by, watching, all this stuff happen, even if it's not outside in the winter, if it's online, you could be connecting, meeting with people, helping people, using your gifts, developing your tribe. And again, you don't know here, and this is number 8, you don't know who you're going to bring in once you're in that energy. When you pull out of that longing energy, it's either going to, transform the connection, transformative love when you step up your vibration, or it's going to bring in someone else for you. So I hope that was helpful, everybody, and I'm excited to see what comes in as this new year is coming in and this year ushers out. So we'll see about, I don't know that I'm going to have time to do any type of, lengthy or individual zodiac predictions or anything like that, but I'm sure I will be back doing some sort of a pick a card, something around the next full moon and coming into the new year. So stay tuned. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. Take care.